and welcome back to Video Games with Technopoverty. I'm Henry.
And I'm Jacob.
And today we're playing Mega Man X2 while talking about the works of Isaac Asimov and Philip K. Dick.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah, for those of you who are here for our first stream, we played Mega Man X1 while talking about the same authors. Sadly, we did not get that recorded, so it's lost to time. But for those who joined us for that first show, thank you very much.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
We recently played Maximo Goes to Glory and Ghost and Goblins Resurrection while talking about Hauntology with Shirley Jackson, Philip K. Dick as well. We went through a lot of fantasy talk during the Maximo play, so if you're interested in George R. R. Martin, Lord Dunsany, Ursula K. Le Guin, any of that type of stuff, that was discussed in prior episodes. Go seek them out. But today we're blasting robots, and the reason I bring up Isaac Asimov is because Mega Man X pretty much directly references Asimov's 3 laws of robotics. 1, a robot must never harm a human. 2, a robot must always obey a human unless it conflicts with the first law. 3, a robot cannot harm itself unless it conflicts with the other 2 laws. Asimov has a collection of short stories called I, Robot, which explores the conundrums these laws set up. It's a very interesting take on the sci-fi tale. Because the robots can't harm humans, it sets up, it prevents them from becoming schlocky horror or genre fiction, just reductions to fear of the other or fear of the machine. And it's more of an exploration of how there's beyond conflicts of violence and flesh, the humanities need to be considered. Logic, reasons to give robots motivation to consider things and to guide us. There's a lot going on in iRobot that we'll talk about as we talk about Mega Man X2, which, to recap the first game, Mega Man X, our protagonist, is the first robot invented with the free will to break those laws. He can kill people if he wants to. To prevent this from happening, his creator, Dr. Light, sort of put him in like a capsule for 30 years, gave him a bunch of tests, fed him a bunch of humanities data, gave him stress tests, just like, hey, value humanity, don't hurt it. Stuff happens in the timeline. X is rediscovered 100 years later, and people are like, hey, we can mass produce this type of robot. He's very futuristic. He has free will. Things go wrong, and the robots that are sort of the generation born from X go maverick, meaning they've decided humanity's not worth having around. So we're now in episode 2 of this ongoing struggle where our protagonist has to stop robots who want to carry out human erasure. I'll say more as we go through the game. Let's just get to it. For a moment I thought the talent audio was muted. I was looking down at the board. That would have been
in
terrifying.
Complete silence that whole time.
All right, you now hear some jams, and here we go.
Feeling it.
So this game came out in 1994 on the Super Nintendo.
Dang, did you play it on the Super Nintendo originally?
This is the first game I ever rented from Blockbuster Video.
No shit.
Yeah.
Really? Man. Okay, foundational.
Extremely.
Henry lore.
It has been 6 months since the destruction of Sigma, and little has changed. The Maverick revolt started by Sigma is over, but Mega Man X and the new generation of Maverick hunters have yet to destroy all of Sigma's followers. Look at them on their bikes.
That's so fucking cool, speeder bike-esque.
Led by information gained by Dr. Kane, Mega Man X and the rest of the hunters have tracked the last of the Mavericks to an abandoned Reploid factory. There, they hope to wipe out the last of the resistance. So Sigma, the final boss of the first game, the leader of this army, little do they suspect that the real war is about to begin.
Whoa, it's getting real.
You mean we killed the big, bad, mean leader of the army, but the army persisted? Weird how that happens.
Yeah, never could have seen that coming.
It's almost like beyond the physical, their ideas persisted. I love this sprite animation. Look at him charge.
Yeah, those sounds.
Also, it did the little versus X Hunters. That's like the subtitle of this game.
Oh, okay.
Again, Marvel versus Capcom. Capcom's always very, very character-centric, and they're kind of introducing this as like episode 2 in an ongoing series.
Yeah.
Let's
what up,
get
this world? Sigma males resist extinction. I mean, you got a point there. They've been around for a while.
Yeah, if you saw when we were watching the opening cutscene, the way the head was a wireframe that was spinning around, and also the way the X came on screen, also they give you little time to chill at this main menu. Those are like wireframes, and I believe that was a special, I forget the exact name of it, like the M2 chip. It was a special Super Nintendo graphics chip. Like Star Fox made use of it.
Really? Oh man, I love Star
Yeah, there's like Pseudo 3D imagery. Hi there, Christian Tinkers, and yeah, Jinx on the Star Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing Mega Man today. So I went into the menu because I don't like the default controls to Mega Man X. You want a pro tip? Turn the dash to L1. It makes it much easier to navigate. Also, if you remember, in X1, you had to get the leg armor parts to dash. You have that from the start in X2. It makes the move versatility way cooler. I said this is the first game I rented from Blockbuster Video. I gotta say, this is probably my favorite game in the franchise, although it probably has one of the worst bosses in the franchise. Thanks, Wizworld. Yeah.
Appreciate it. It happened a lot faster than we were anticipating, so.
Truly, it did. So thank you all for following. It's been wonderful, the reception we've been getting.
Yeah.
All right, let's start this game proper. So of course, X, having killed Sigma, has become the alpha dog in the Reploids. As you can see, he has that little green biker dude who's his friend now. Kind of a parallel to how X was the weak one in X1 and Zero was your guiding mentor. So, gee, I wonder where this relationship is going.
Man, one can only guess.
Showing off that parallaxing too. Oh no, he died. Damn.
That was short-lived.
My buddy. Don't tell me my pal was a jobber. I am curious how the PlayStation 5 controller is going to sound on stream. I feel the controller I was playing Ghosts and Goblins on was way too loud.
Yeah, also, the microphone's really good. Good quality that they're picking it up too much. An ad for shipping software to help you handle imports. Poor timing.
Oh yeah, I gotta dismantle this factory.
Yeah.
So that we can ship it overseas so that they can have jobs in other countries.
Yeah. To help us here. I feel like Mega Man X2 is a great example of we're going to do the same game but refined and more fun.
Yes, like you start with the dash and it's less tutorialized. Like you actually fight this big first boss and you have to beat him. If you remember right, you lose to the first boss in X1. It's kind of mandatory, you have to lose. But yeah, X2, like having the dash from the start, not having a tutorialized beginning. Also, like all the capsules are hidden. You just know the capsules are there because of the armor on the cover of the box art. And there's these mysterious figures. This is their leader. His name is Mega Man X.
Violent.
You want to read one of them?
Those who underestimated him are now nothing but scrap.
Who are these shadowy figures? This is a cool use of like just like the shadow effects, like they're watching him on the globe. This is very Kamen Rider or like Toku. We won't make the same mistake. Yeah. The villains of the game are watching from the shadows. He is powerful, but he's blind to what's happening around him.
Our Mavericks will keep him busy until we are ready. Love it.
Yes, how is the plan proceeding?
Collection is proceeding as scheduled. However, we are having problems with the control chip.
What control chip could they be alluding to?
Yeah.
See, they're already setting up a quick, efficient mystery. There's shadow guys. Oh, we have little time. We must finish the construction on schedule. We must hurry.
You think the Council of Shadow Figures is evil guys? Nah.
Nah, they're friends. They're shareholders guiding the economy.
Yeah, and shareholders can never be wrong or be bad.
So I do love this screen because it's both the boss select, but you get the map, you get the names. Again, I talked about this with X1. The illusion of open world in a video game, what does that really mean? Because a lot of 2D games just couldn't do certain things and use placeholders, like a big map you can go to any point on. But like a newer 3D game, perhaps this is a 3D sandbox space where you walk to each of these points.
Epilepsy warning, Jews. Yeah, just a little bit. They really didn't understand that back in the 90s.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna select a boss. Maybe I'll do a countdown as I hit the button because it's going to flash. I'm sorry, it's such a cool, like, Super Nintendo VFX spectacular extravaganza. There's going to be flashes. You're gonna see the boss. It's going to give him fanfare. He's gonna be zooming through space, if I remember right. Yeah, epilepsy didn't exist in the 90s.
Yeah, we had no idea.
Oh, God, don't let them actually hear that, please.
But now that I'm seeing that, it looks like CRT television is all scratchy. Which
right. It's monitors. You're like Hunter Base looking at these guys.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Dude, okay, so
perfect.
I was seeing RFK talking about getting rid of autism, but then at the same time, that's like the same like license they give to Elon Musk to be socially awkward and like a genius. So like, do they want to get rid of autism or like is it beneficial? I don't like. What are they doing?
It's both.
This can't seriously be our government, people. Like. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, whatever the narrative needs, exactly.
Exactly. Josh, I was growing up in the 80s, so my NES sprites flash more than not.
So look at this sweet bike you get for this level. This bike is on the box art to the game. This is part of why I rented it from Blockbuster, because like, I had an idea that I liked Mega Man, and then I saw he was riding a jet bike on the cover, so I was like, yeah.
Pardon.
Exactly, sweet bike. I need to get back to the bike.
You need the bike. Where'd it go?
Man, chat's popping. Oh, I'm racing this guy, brother. Oh,
Figuring out
dang.
the exact chemical he believes in the food. Does she want the green biker dude properly? I don't know about that.
I miss him already, my friend.
I like how immediate it is. Like how well there was my best friend forever. Well, oh well, just keep going.
And I think like that's the extent to which the bike's really in the game is the opening level.
Wait, that's it.
Yeah, man, it was a 16-bit game. They couldn't put it everywhere.
Not even one more level. They'll have enough fun with it.
Yeah. Yes, King of Mystery, we properly honored the green biker boy. So I haven't talked about Isaac Asimov at all. We've been talking about the video game, and video games are fun to talk about. So is Isaac Asimov. The two short stories I really want to focus on in iRobot, there's one called Reason, and another one called The Evitable Conflict. But first I must fight this bird.
You're in Bezos' rocket.
No, it was an Elon one because it crashed. Like,
yeah, true. Though phallic shaped, like
Yeah.
a Bezos rocket. Like really weirdly phallically shaped.
the thing is, like, you know, both Elon and Zuckerberg are like, oh yeah, we're karate guys and we're strong, tough alphas. But like, Bezos is actually out there like cucking his board members and like bench pressing a car.
Yeah, he's like an actual physical threat.
Yeah, he's kind of scary, honestly.
He's not paying people to pretend that he plays video games. He's just like, he's taking my side. Like beating the shit out of other nerds. Like, he's already won the mental game, so now he's like, all right, physical game, I'm weird now.
He understands Lex Luthor brain. Like, he's produced how many shows where Superman's the bad guy, actually? And like, you know how much power I'd have to give up to be president, etc. Like, he gets it.
Yeah.
Sadly, he gets it.
He's
Unfortunately, like, damn.
We thought we got him on that one. He's literally he literally is. Bald as fuck as well. The most well-written of all the billionaires for sure. Kirsten is completely agreed.
All right, so the ostrich gave us these blades.
Oh.
Sonic Slicer.
Sonic Slicer, that sounds fun.
I do dig this weapon get music.
Yeah. So what are those numbers?
So we've sliced up we sliced up that Boyd. Now we're gonna get this sponge.
All right.
Because you know, ostrich beach sponge in nature.
I was gonna say, now does this game have that same dynamic where, like, depending on which one you go on?
Yeah,
first?
that's a key staple of the Mega Man franchise, the rock paper scissors like system of the bosses.
Gotcha. Oh, it was world passcode. That makes sense.
And yeah, that's what that number screen was.
Okay.
I did have a notebook back in the day where I wrote like the passcodes and the item locations down physically.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, man, those were some fun days. And interestingly, the way the passcodes work in this era on NES were sort of compressed game states. It encodes which bosses are dead and which items you...
Yeah.
Oh.
Like it was really easy to go on, like you can just go on GameFAQs and just get like codes to, you know, like the best run of Metroid where it sets you up right at the end with all the best shit, like
What?
stuff like
Really?
that. Yeah, a lot of NES games, it's just like, it's like a 24 character passcode. It is like, as Wizard's describing, like it's a save state. Like,
That's so
yeah.
cool. It's like I had no idea. Man, hacking games with passcodes, that's so cool. It's like those people who hacked telephones with like notes of music. Love that.
I also, as we always glaze Capcom's art direction, I do like these frogs and just the weather effects in this level.
Man. Oh, I have to imagine that's what inspired the Game Genie. That makes sense. And you have no idea how much money that saved production. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, we can do this. 24 letters. We'll make it happen. Yes, Josh. Freaks. Telephone hackers of the old day.
I can speak to the machine.
Yeah, dude. It was, like, discovered by, like, a child or something. Yes, and the Captain Crunch whistle. They didn't know, like...
Wait, what's this Captain Crunch whistle thing?
So, like, I forget when, I believe 50s or 60s, there was, like, a prize in Captain Crunch that was this whistle. And I believe it was a child who was blind, I believe. I forget the guy. But the way that, like, phones were operating was, like, depending on what kind of, like, code was... what note was being played, it would, like, give them access to, like, free long-distance calling or whatever. And so he slowly, by like trial and error, figured out that the Captain Crunch whistle was the perfect frequency to get like unlimited free calls. Like,
Also, thank you, 3265. 3256.
yeah, 3256. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, specific whistle. It turned out it made the exact tone that long-distance phone companies used.
SpongeBob.
I love stuff like that. Oh, sorry, what's wrong? But yeah, absolutely. I love that stuff. Like, telecommunications blow my mind. Hype train incoming. Ooh. Real world
It is.
shit.
Ooh, I thank you, Josh.
Oh, appreciate it, Josh.
Hell yeah.
Subscribe with Prime. Very much appreciate it.
Strike chain. Ciao. Oh, the Shadow Console returns. I killed 2 of their dudes. I see now why Sigma fell at the hands of Mega Man X. Yes. He's quite formidable. Yeah, this reminds me of like a Chojin Sentai, like Jetman has. It's a Power Rangers. The Sentai series is the Japanese originals of what America stitches into Power Rangers.
Yeah.
But Jetman in particular has like 4 main bad dudes who are always watching through an orb, and this reminds me very much of it. And that was the one right before Power Rangers in Japan.
Oh, yeah.
It's Dr. Kane.
Ooh. Ooh, thank you, King Mystery, for the subscription with Prime. Much appreciated.
A group of baggers calling themselves the X-Hunters have appeared.
Man. Yeah, Philly Man. Definitely called it freaking. But foam freaking.
Oh?
Freaking.
Jacob, the bad guys have all of Zero's parts. Our buddy from the first game who sacrificed himself for us. They have his robot body.
Interesting. Is this going to be that dynamic? Like, is it the same person once you put them back together?
Is it the same person once you put them back together? I can get those parts back.
Ooh.
Chat, I'm gonna be real. I don't like getting the parts back. I kind of prefer what happens when you don't. It makes the ending harder, but I kind of like the fight itself. But also, the Shoryuken. I can beat this game pretty fast, but if I skip the Shoryuken, if I go for the Shoryuken, I might get it in 5-7 minutes. Last time I did this, I was doing like this on my personal Twitch, and I recorded the run just to check. It added like 2 hours to the game, me trying to get that damn Shoryuken. I don't think I'm gonna do that unless some sort of I don't know, some sort of like incentive. But no, I don't want to. I don't think it's worth it.
If we get so many subs, you'll have to do it. How about that? We'll give some incentive.
Sean.
Like, yeah, damn.
Goddamn, yeah. I'm gonna just wait before I continue on that train of thought. So we still have Zero's control chip. Oh? You can't resurrect without it. You can't resurrect your friends without a control chip. I gotta get those parts back. So we have faith that we can reconstruct our friend with the help of Dr. Kane. I bring this up because in the story Reason by Isaac Asimov, two dudes working on a sun harvester, just two dudes on a space station, they assemble a robot, and it is the newest, flashiest robot, and it has a new reasoning system in it. And when they turn the robot on, it deduces. It gets very Descartes. It's very on meditation on the method, or discourse on the method, is kind of what Asimov's playing with here. But the robot wakes up, and it sees these two frail, just like blue collar worker dudes who, pulled them out of a box and put them together, and it goes, there's no way humans invented robots. Humans are too frail. Humans are too weak. They're slower. They're inefficient. Something else had to have built me. Yeah, it's just two dudes on a space station with their robots, and the robot is like, you guys are too dumb you're joking. There's no such thing as Earth. You're lying about that. I don't believe there's more of you. I don't believe this shit you're telling me about factories. Like,
yeah,
it's using like logic. It's like it has bad foundations for its logic, but it is very much just like, no, there's got to be some other answer here. Yeah, dude, where's my robot?
It's just two dudes. It is just two dudes.
And they even straight up build another robot in front of said robot, and it goes, well, you ordered the parts from a bigger robot or a bigger actor than I still don't believe you. Like a bigger robot could have just like printed out those parts for you to assemble like me. Anyways, eventually through the story, there's a storm that comes through, and they're worried that the robot's not going to actually take care of the harvester as the storm comes through because it doesn't understand Earth's on the line. But the robot does the job because it's been built in order to do the job, and so even though it doesn't believe the same things these dudes believe, it gets the same outcomes. Chat, that is a pro move. I was going to give up on doing that if I didn't do it right there, and hell yeah, nice.
You just did it.
Happy to be here. Thank you for witnessing that. Dude, where's my robot?
That's why Henry does those games.
But then at the end of the story, it's kind of funny because they're like, okay, so the robot has its own wacko religion, whatever. Is there a way we can get it to convert other robots to the same religion because it makes them efficient workers? And that opens up a whole nother can of worms about, like, what do we teach robots? What should they believe? Oh man.
We should make all of them, literally every Asimov story.
Yes, they are great. iRobot, I'm surprised at how whimsical I still find it. I remember reading it in middle school and it being kind of like enchanting in a way where I was like, maybe I was just a kid and I'm being nostalgic about it. But no, like...
Yeah, rereading it had the same...
Again, because of the laws of robotics, Asimov avoids a lot of genre cliches as far as like robots being horrifying or to be destroyed. And it's more like, well, how do we talk to the machine? How do we get it to value the same things we value? Especially when like we do a baseline, hey, don't do X, Y, and Z, and that still causes conundrums. And so it's interesting because the other story I'm talking about, the Evitable Conflict, is about how it's partly Asimov doing a kind of history of his own fictional universe, because it's about basically like the vice president of the world going to the 4 regions of the world and talking to like the regional governors, because they're noticing that like all the automated systems are doing discrepancies and inefficiencies, and there's shortages and overages and such in places that there shouldn't be, or like mathematically what the robots are saying is not the same as what's actually happening in reality. So there's like extra time being spent by people rectifying these things and solving these little issues, or like, you know, in some cases people are extremely mad at the machines and like they're revolting in certain parts of the world. So the vice president of the world, for lack of a better term, I think he's just called like the coordinator in the story. He's just talking to his regional governors, being like, yo, what are you noticing with the machines? Why are there these discrepancies? And, you know, through deducing and looking at the data and looking at what's on the ground, they deduce like the machines are operating fine, something's up. So they ask the machines like, yo, what's up? And the robot's like, we cannot admit why we're doing this. And it's not like we don't know why we're doing this, or like there's no reason why they're doing this. They can't admit it. For some logical reason, they cannot admit, based on the 3 laws of robotics, why they're like lying about these numbers. And eventually it's sort of deduced out that like they're lying about the numbers so that humans have stuff to do. So that like we're just busy enough to where we don't like go to war with each other. We don't self-destruct. There's small factions of like sectarian violence, but it's the kind of stuff where like those dudes get screened out of their jobs, have like a minor punishment, and there's a strong enough social safety net to like not kill them. So like the robots still aren't causing harm to humans, they're just, you know, taking power out of the hands of ones that are radicalized against the system. And it's an interesting question because near the end of the story they ask, you know, this is just like, we used to be governed by famine, by war, by macro social conditions. Like now we're governed by robots. We just have a shell of robots like as a cradle. Like, is this so different, or how, is this quote unquote bad, or like, is our job not still to like imagine new things and new concepts and take ideas and, you know, direct our processing power towards that, not just replace our life with the robotic. Yeah. And it's interesting because, like, you know, within the confines of the laws of robotics, the robots did wage war on people, and it's like, yeah, we'll just give them this matrix system. And it is interesting how that story does, in a lot of ways, feel Matrix-like. Like, oh, the robots are conspiring to keep us at, you know, at a peaceful state with one another. I do want to point out too, Jacob, this is the worst. This is one of the worst bosses in the Event franchise. Earlier, I said this is my favorite game. This is just one of the worst bosses. I've defended it in the past, but I must confess and cope up to it. Like Wheel Gator, you are the turd stuck inside the diamond. It's amazing. Luckily, I know how to deal with you, but. Yeah, is it blood or oil? What do you think it is, Jacob? I think it's blood.
I think it's blood too. And also, good evening, L-Man X. Man, busy work. This is the busy work with the 4th law of robotics.
And right, so the busy work thing is funny because I'm playing a video game right now. I just did something tedious, but it's contextualized in a way to where it's still engaging enough. The machine has tricked me into this digital narrative, and that's something we love here at Technopoverty, is when it sells.
Yeah. Busy work is Henry stuck in an infinite Wheel Gator dimension.
An infinite, no. Oh man. But that does, see, I would quit that, understanding it was just gonna go on forever and ever and ever and ever. Yes, L-Man, I'm actually about to go back and collect that. So now that I have the Gator's blade, I can break down a specific type of block. So it's time to get some armor. Unlike Mega Man X1, this one has kind of a convoluted order. Like, even if you're minimizing backtracking, there's still a decent amount of backtracking you're doing, from what I recall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to mitigate that here. Yeah, I have no mouth and I must game. But see, because I know it's not an infinite loop of the worst boss in the Mega Man franchise, or one of the worst, I'm sure there's others I'd find worse. Burn, burn, burn to the ground, burn to the ground, burn, 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 burn to the ground, burn to the ground. Okay, okay.
Okay, I was hoping there was going to be the bike at some point, too. I was like,
yeah, I'm back on the bike.
I'm like, they have to use the bike at least one other time. Like, you paid for the bike, you're going to use the bike.
King of Mysteries, you can tell I had Mega Man X7 PTSD. No, I'm pretty sure I skipped that one when I was playing the collection. I only played X6 and X8 on part 2. Dr. Light.
My God.
So, boom.
Why would anyone replay that with their own free will?
Yeah, Mega Man X7 is not a good game, everybody. Just, I don't know why in 2025 that might need to be clarified, but if you, for some reason...
What kind of person would disagree with you, do you think? Like, who's the person who's like, no, actually...
I mean, it could be, so, like, if somebody played it at 12 years old, maybe, like, they're nostalgic for it. Mm-hmm. It's a very rough, it tries to be in 3D, and it's not a good translation, and also, like, you don't get to play as X from the start. You have to unlock him by doing side quest stuff.
That's right.
Yeah.
Bro, I played it at 12 years old. Oh, King of Mystery, that's fair. We're all aging.
All right, I got the heart tank, so now I can just get the, like, yeah, doing a little bit of backtracking right now.
How is X different than normal Mega Man?
So X has the red crystal in his forehead. He dashes instead of sliding, and he can climb walls. As far as that's like his mechanical thing, like he can do this. He gets armor upgrades and he gets health upgrades. So there's a bit of an expansion idea going on with his character. He's a variable, but like, so that's like mechanically what separates him from regular Mega Man.
He's got upgrades.
Lore-wise, he's kind of like the next generation after the first Mega Man.
Yeah,
X can evolve.
It's like the X Plus, or the Mega Man Plus, you know, he paid for the higher subscription, so now he gets all of the fun.
Yeah, X is a different guy. Because, yeah, Dr. Light, the original Mega Man game, you're a robot fighting other robots, and there's a time or two where the original Mega Man is holding the Buster to Dr. Wily, the antagonist's face, and he just can't blast him because of that first law of robotics. X can make that decision, but he chooses not to.
Interesting. Started on Mega Man 2 and stopped after 3, so you're bad on the lore. Yeah, that's fair.
It's fair. There's a lot of them. It's a serial game, too. The thing that's interesting, too, is, like, on their own, like, it's hard to pinpoint where someone should play or what's essential for someone to play because pretty identical game to game as far as structure goes. It's just a fun formula. Like, you get slightly different armors and stuff, but, like, it's not until like you accumulate multiple entries across multiple franchises in the franchise, like Mega Man Legends, Mega Man X, Mega Man Zero, the cumulative like sci-fi landscape it paints is very engaging to me. Also, as you can see, I got an upgraded blast with very cool colors. It's a double shot. It is white, blue, and pink. Support your trans friends, arm your trans friends, keep them protected at these times. As always, abolish ice.
Always abolish ice.
I also have no need to keep on with this level. I've gotten everything I need here. Let's. I think I can just exit, right?
Start with a niche Mega Man battle network.
Yeah, Battle Network 3 was really good. I remember them getting a bit too samey, but yeah, Battle Network was neat. Also, read the manga. The manga's pretty fun.
Actually, I was like, that actually sounds really enticing.
I read the X1 manga.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to also circle back to the Asimov and the labor stuff and the contextual robots giving us busy work, video games, narrative, etc., etc. But you know what? Let's beat up this snail for now.
Oh, yeah. Josh, did you see the Mega Man episode of the video game?
No, I did not.
No,
I did
I
not
didn't see
like
that show at all.
None of the art direction inspired me, and they canned it like right when it dropped. The old cartoon's novel, the Ruby Spears one.
I don't think I've ever seen. I mean, well, I've probably seen it. I don't have any memories.
You've probably seen it, had no
consistently.
memories of it because it's very easy to like not remember unless you're like super hardcore into Mega Man.
Yeah, no, definitely wasn't. I mean, I appreciate Mega Man for sure. Played it on my cousin's house, but definitely was not as deep into it as others. But still appreciated. Because I mean, he's iconic.
Tell me about your experience with that, Wizworld. The Pac-Man short? Yeah, none of it seemed very engaging.
I'm excited for, was it Love and Robots? Their new
Love,
season?
Death, and Robots?
Yeah. It's like, that was really fun. I was like, I hadn't seen the video game one, but was intrigued for a couple, but for some reason just like never watched it.
Yeah, Crystal Snail's music is a banger.
Yeah. Some wild takes. That's nice. Yeah, I gotta get caught up on Love, Death, and Robots, especially the new season. It's a real fun one. Make Pac-Man a gritty story in that way? Now I'm intrigued.
I have a Pac-Man idea.
You have a Pac-Man idea?
Yeah.
Does it involve Miss Pac-Man?
No.
Interesting, okay.
Maybe.
Just saying, she's right there.
We should play the new Pac-Man Adventures, Pac-Man 2.
Wizworld, another ad. Do you have the ad manager on like max density or something? I don't know.
I have it at, I believe, a minute 30 every 30. What's up?
Apparently there's just another one real fast.
Oh, damn, okay.
Yeah, well noted.
Noted, I'll adjust that when I can.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
We're
new to it.
Yeah, this is the first stream. Because I also wanted it to do the rollover where it just plays in the margins. And yeah, I don't want an annoying amount of ads.
Yeah, that's fair.
Totally understand.
Yeah, definitely understand. There's the people who also don't like ads. You know? Yeah, super dark and super absurd. It seems like, I mean, I'm down to give this video game anthology one a try. I forget which other part sounded interesting that got me interested, but sorry, there's so much media I have yet to consume that I want to. That is on the proverbial list of I will watch that at some point.
Right. Inundated with choice.
I know. I
Paralyzed
just
by
finished
it.
White Lotus, and I was like, at least give me something for that. I did one of the things, guys. I participated in the social, like, the social zeitgeist moment of White Lotus. And now
Is
it's
this
like,
what this is all for?
Yeah, right? Like, come on, y'all. I'm trying.
Again, social motivators, labor. I remember feeling this a lot when I work like a gig I really like, where I'm like, oh yeah, it's not that I hate work, it's that like alienated labor, of course, sucks because it's alienated, but like
Yeah.
unalienated labor, like purposeful labor, like when you're like, oh, I'm working towards something, or like
Yeah.
I'm yielding something tangible, that's pretty great shit.
That's a great feeling for every human. I think we all need that.
I think we've talked a bit about AI in the past, kind of numbing people's sense of like what they can do with their own creative capacity. And again, when the concept of work is just poison to you, like to the point of like not even understanding, like no, well you can repurpose that towards like a meaningful drive for yourself.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you can do work for yourself. Unfortunately, it's been taken over by capitalism, but
Right.
like, yeah, you can do that for your betterment and for just like your creativity. Like, did you see that? Where I sent it in the Discord of the first animated film of like feature film?
Oh,
like
yeah,
the 20s?
yeah.
And it's just like, look what humans can do, and it's like that's exactly the thing. Like that is so fascinating that humans can figure this stuff out.
Chat, if you've never heard of manual cinema, highly recommend looking into. If you can see a manual cinema show, see it in person. It's very cool. But like they have stuff online that gives you an idea of what it is. They're basically doing like silhouette puppetry on an overhead projector with like a live like band doing the score, and it's like a live action movie. There's edits and cuts and jumps and.
They did a sequence in the newest Candyman movie too. So, yeah, the silhouette scene in the newest Candyman movie was made by manual cinema, and like they do things bigger than that outside of that. And like if you have the opportunity, absolutely take it.
Yeah,
cool
I know
show.
they tour, so
yes. I'm waiting for them to come back to Austin because I didn't get to go, but I did watch. Like during COVID, they had like a couple of recordings of shows they did, so I watched a couple of those. That was fun. 3256. I also am one who watched The White Lotus and that part where the lotus that's white. Such a good scene, right? I loved that part. Because at first I thought it wasn't going to be white, and then it was. God.
I am finding Righteous Gemstones very interesting, especially knowing this is the final season. I think it gets at something at the kind of like contradictions of like just American culture in wanting to be righteous, and that kind of sense of that.
Yeah, the like holding like wanting to be like big rich celebrities and do whatever you want, but also like
wholesome
religious restraints to some degree.
But then also just being just very hedonistic and impulse driven at the core.
Yeah, man.
And the way you try to like reconcile that is like religious dogma, religious like mandate.
Yeah.
What interpreting the libidinal as like the prophetic or like the divine.
Yeah. Philly man, working towards something that you know would benefit your community or humanity, that would be pretty great. Totally. Like, man, third spaces, when we can get those back to somehow, like we can steal that back from capitalists, like that's going to be... It's so nice to go to a place and not have to worry about...
Look, the sprite's updating with his armor.
Yeah. Yeah, bum days spun up AI R&D department at work. Yeah, it's... I feel you. I'm fighting it at work as well. It's annoying.
See, Josh, that's what I find interesting about it, is the intentional kind of like clashing of the vulgarity with like the farcical or with the religious.
Yeah, because I think like evangelicals are just crazy enough. Anyways, like that's not quite parody. It's just like, well, it's just sad because it's actually how crazy these people are.
I do wonder about like regional religious zealotry, I guess, or I can't believe I can't think of any synonyms as far as like not panic, but mania, not mania. Because I'm very interested in like how like California kind of mega churches and like Texas mega churches, like the regional mega churches and the mega churches and their regionalisms.
Yeah, it just feels kind of like used car salesman.
Right.
You know?
Like I want to go to regional. I want to go to regional car lots and see like who pays for all the commercials on broadcast around here.
Church affiliate. Yes, exactly, Kirsten. Church affiliate. This season, especially, all restraint is out the window. Absolutely, Wizworld. I'm just gonna say, I love how much nudity is in all.
I do dig the penis jokes when they come at you.
They're so funny.
Hey, I didn't even mean that. Hey.
Yeah, this giant fish. It's kind of cool looking robot fish.
Yeah, I don't think it's, same. It's more about like genre contradiction or like contradictions within the American like pop cultural like mind. Again, how do you square away like this vulgarian, deplorable-esque mentality with also someone who wants to be a Southern Baptist?
Right, and I think that's ultimately like the interest is like the people who are saying, you know, follow the teachings of Jesus, but then do not follow the teachings of Jesus, and that's just a fascinating role to play in, especially in comedy.
But there is some kind of belief earnesty to them though, is also part of it. Like they know the church, like they know the business part is like ruthless bullshit that they have. But they're not totally without like believing in it or fearing like or praying in an earnest sense for things.
Right, it's only whenever they're actually in trouble do they actually like feel like, oh shit, maybe I actually do need to pray or do something along those
Right, yeah, the masculinity and wealth aspects of it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of curious where the Prism arc is going, especially with what we know now of, what's the rival church guy's name? But, you know, the repressed feelings he was expressing at the beginning of the most recent episode.
Yeah.
Also, I'm curious how the flashback episode's going to play out, because those are always fun, and this one's been doing some interesting stuff with, like, Bradley Cooper's whole presence in that first episode, which was just, like, a great short film.
Yeah. Oh man, also, the Teen Just stuff with Baby Billy finally expressing real faith, like, yeah.
Yeah, again.
Everything about it's so good. Also, the whiplash of having Walton Goggins, like, in White Lotus and also Righteous Gemstones has like been very funny because he does both so very well.
Oh yeah, the Hamel Mammal got clean.
Ooh, fresh balls to Hamel Mammal.
We just got out of the water as well. About to rid ourselves of some crabs. Speaking of crabs, another big difference between Mega Man and Mega Man X is in the Mega Man franchise, in the Mega Man games, all the bosses are blank man. So there's like Bomb Man, Guts Man, Cut Man, Elec Man. In the X games, they're all animals.
That's a lot of mans. A lot of situations.
Which we've pondered about if there's some Shintoism stuff going on there, or I find it interesting, my interpretation to read on that, and I kind of associate this with the Matrix movies as well, is that the machines, despising humans, are looking for forms they find more aesthetic or artful or elegant, or maybe even sacred, as compared to like humans. Which again, when you consider Sigma took the form of a man, something very interesting going on there. He's the shape of the thing he hates the most.
Yeah, interesting self-hate.
When you can, I don't know, it seems like you can be anything with these robot bodies. There's dudes going around my best friend's body saying they got him, and we're all like, nah, we can fix this.
Yeah. Shinto Man X.
Yeah. And again, to talk about like shippathesising a body, blowing up that crab.
Nice.
The core of the Mega Man X kind of franchise that separates from the Mega Man one is that Mega Man can, like the robots, the Reploids, the Mavericks, they can break that first law of robotics, and so in that way there is a genocidal robot Terminator-esque threat looming all the time. Very similar to Philip K. Dick's The Duandre's Dream of Electric Sleep, in which Descartes has to hunt down robots who have gone rogue. X has to hunt down robots who have gone rogue. I've mentioned this in the Lost episode, but it was lost, so let's mention it again. I find it interesting that in Reason, the robot who reasons out that humans are too weak to take orders from it is it very much, they straight up reference Descartes with I think, therefore I am. Asimov, again, a lover of the humanities, looking in how that interacts with science more than like trying to be a STEM lord, logic and reason, out trump your feelings type of dude. He's more like, no, like feelings are felt, they're valid. We have philosophers who have studied these things and they should be considered within this system of logic. So the Mega Man X games just kind of cut through that by being like, no, yeah, the robots can kill you. But I find it interesting because in destroying these robots, you start raising these questions of like, well, if they can just rebuild their bodies, like what point is this conflict? Like it really renders it far more nihilistic than it first may appear, or than you first may consider. And I think that's again, because it's a serial series, it never fully answers these questions, but I think it's the kind of stuff that gets like a teenager thinking like, what if we're like all in the Matrix, man? Or like, what if war is pointless, dude? Why do we make the robots fight each other if they just rebuild and fight each other again? Isn't this never just like
Never 3, 2, 5, 6. If I'm inebriated and not thinking, am I not?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You cease to be.
Oh, a secret treat.
Oh, would like to have secret treat.
Yeah, you can walk on water.
You're Jesus. It's cool.
Yeah.
Tinges.
Tinges.
Underwater tinges. Robo-tinges. Have you seen the real life boxing robots? Yes.
What do you mean? I've seen battle bots, but is this a different thing? I've seen like these carts people get into that are like robots and they punch each other with them. Okay, so I got everything there, got everything there. Taking inventory of my domain. Cool.
I do like watching battle bots. When I was last in Las Vegas, I really wanted to go see it. And one day I will.
The flipper.
Yeah, real humanoids with boxing gloves. Man, I would absolutely watch that.
Chat, does anyone have nostalgia for the movie Real Steel? I feel I'm too old to have nostalgia for it, but I've also noticed among people younger than me, it's kind of like what Will Smith's
huge.
iRobot was for like my high school, middle school life. Also, I just want to point out Flame Stag's music, excellent.
Get it.
Yeah, see? And I understand it's an adaptation of a Ray Bradbury story. That's cool. I love Ray Bradbury. I never read, the story it's inspired by.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
Hugh Jackman is also the best non-porn name. Like, very easily you can just...
For an actor whose name would describe like a porn, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's perfect for it, and he just isn't doing it, and...
Oh, dang. Chad, I messed up. Jack Human. Do your mom a solid. Gift her a copy of the Wolverine. Because that movie is just Hugh Jackman as Wolverine doing chores and walking around beautiful landscapes for like 2 hours. And then he kills like 500 ninjas in one set piece. It's like, it's real mom movie hours.
Gift her a copy of Logan.
If your mom's like a Wolverine nerd or just likes Hugh Jackman's face, she will not mind you gifting her a copy of the Wolverine.
Yeah, that's good to know. Get her a popcorn bucket too. She'll like it.
In general, give your mom gifts, you know?
Actually, yeah. If you can.
If you can.
I got my mom an ice maker. She loved it. You know? Who knew?
Gift her a copy of Logan? No, Logan's too sad.
Her favorite Hugh Jackman movie is Oklahoma. What about the Greatest
Showman?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Greatest Showman. I had a buddy who worked on that.
People seem to love that one.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but I mean, it's big.
Yeah. I hear it's real big with churches.
Was he in Les Miserables?
Yeah.
Okay. We also do that more.
I wish I liked that more. The cast is banger, but
Yeah.
just fundamentally misunderstand cinematography in a way that I can't gel with.
It's doing its own thing. Whoa, Josh Foreman writes fantasy novels with his mom. Tight.
That's awesome.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, holy shit, dude, you're living.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
I like that his antlers are fire.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, the flying flame squirrels were really cool. Really cool design. It's fucking moose.
He's a stag.
We'll see about that. I'm like, surely there's a Street Sharks video game, right? I feel like there's got to be some sort of Street Sharks game.
There has to be. You know what? I had Street Sharks figures, and I barely remember anything about the cartoon.
Yeah, same.
Nothing.
Love the toys. I was
Was that one of those things where it was the toys first, and the cartoon was just the same? Yeah.
I think so.
I mean,
like,
yeah.
We want to sell this toy.
A lot of cartoons were just toy commercials, but like, I mean, more transparent than that, maybe, is what I'm going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should make a Ninja Turtles. It's interesting too because, you know, Ninja Turtles was a parody of that, and like, even seeing the cartoon now, it's a bit clear that even the cartoon was a bit self-aware that like they had like a goofy like animal monster villain of the week thing going on. Yeah, fantastic parody of Daredevil.
Yeah. Closest thing to Street Sharks game is Biker Mice from Mars for the SNES, which also loved Biker Mice from Mars. Also super cool dudes. Just saying.
Wizworld, who you betting on in a fight? Frank Miller or Tom King?
Oh, that's right, Ninja Turtles are canon to Daredevil. I always forget that.
Yeah.
Betting on Frank Miller. Yeah, that's fair. He seems like he hates the world more and have a little bit more anger in him.
Yeah, dude, there's like a panel from a few years back on Batman with like a bunch of like the most well-known Batman writers. And at one point, I forget what exactly happens, but like Frank Miller takes the mic and is just like, you don't understand Batman, and goes on this rant where it's like, yeah, fuck Tom King.
Nice. Ooh, bananas in pajamas. Vaguely have memories of that as well.
Oh, there's a secret here. Ooh. There was like a mummy skeleton one I had a coloring book of, is how I remember it.
A mummy skeleton one?
Again, like all these toy commercials or all these, you know, toy cells disguised as cartoons, like
Yeah.
the illusion of what a narrative hook can do to you. Like, hey, don't you want to see these biker mice from Mars?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Wizworld, do you remember the name of that one? Because I do not. Was it Mummies Alive? It can't be Mummies Alive. Do you guys... Oh my... I hate how much this is devolving into. You guys remember? Do you guys remember?
Do you remember this thing?
But do y'all remember Mighty Max?
I loved Mighty Max. Okay, but low-key, one thing I do want to do, and someone out there should do this, 3D printing and make bigger Mighty Maxes. Just take the same layouts, just make them a little bigger.
I mean...
We've got the stuff out there. Make this happen.
I guess Mighty Max is cool enough that we can keep going on with straight of thought.
Dog, I'm 36. I want my Mighty Max slop.
Like,
give me my treat.
You don't get it. He has a little obstacle course that folds up into a purse I can take anywhere.
Bro,
I do not mean that as an insult either. Purses are fine. I use a man purse. Like,
yeah.
it's cool. Like, yeah.
I want
Fuck those who tell you otherwise, talking about conditioned states.
Yeah, it's dumb. Like, a bag is helpful. Actually, I think a bag is like,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
the first
yeah.
fucking tool we've ever
The dudes
used.
making fun of you for that are the same dudes who are all like, well, you better learn to work in a factory. And it's like, you're blogging for Fox News, dude. What are you talking about?
You're taking ivermectin right now, dude.
Sir, how much can you bench press? Like, I don't mean to be toxic masculine about it, but like right here, right now, no, bench press, we're doing it. Like,
Sir, how much colloidal silver have you drank? Like, before
Yeah.
you say any more about what I need to do with my life. What's your silver level at right now? Oh, man. Mighty Max that gets bigger each time you print it out, though. I love it, dude. I'm telling you, it'd be so much fun. Play Metal Max so you can talk about Mighty Max for 80 hours. Yes. Forever.
yeah, I'm fully decked out in armor, which I dig. I also dig this armor because I feel of all of them, because this is only the second game in the series and they hadn't really devolved and just be like, fuck it, he has whatever armor now. This one's kind of intentionally designed to look a bit like Zero. But with some kind of modifications to like X's design in 1 to like notably the helmet like wings. Like he's really ranking up in the narrative. It's a cool little piece of conveyance.
Nice.
Is Metal Max a Mighty Max game? Tell me more, hey Serge.
3256. My stepdad knows I'm struggling to find work, and he sends an article about how no one wants to work in a factory for 6 figures. Dude. People would love that. People would happily work for jobs if they were
They're just
able
gonna build the Nintendos here, you know?
Yeah, dude, we're just gonna like build everything here. God, that's so stupid.
Although I think there's a bit of an overcalculation of how many gamers are going to be mad about the Switch, just because I think like right-wing gamers already are the kind of nerds that would just say homophobic shit about people who play Nintendo games. So they're just be like sour grapes, like we don't want no Nintendos anyways, because they're for girls.
Yeah, because they don't understand you can have fun with things. Yeah, most people would do anything for 6 figures. Absolutely. It's like, oh man, you might actually be able to like live. A living wage, sir? In America?
Wait, what took kids seriously in a way lots of shows don't?
The Mighty Max had a history tacked on. Oh, interesting.
Okay.
I forgot that.
I remember that one being like
as well.
more horrific. Like it seemed more viscerally frightening. Like the toy I had even had like fangs and blood on one of the characters.
Oh yeah, and there was
came
like,
with,
a skull
demon
or something. Or
yeah,
there was, like,
yeah.
a Frankenstein's laboratory shit. That was also like, I think that was also just like the 90s in general, because you also had the like creepy crawlers and like, don't you want to gross out your sister or something?
The newest toy commercials.
Yeah, they really wanted us like the boys versus girls, which is also another thing. I thought like we understood as children, boys versus girls was just like a fun thing to do, but then like some men just took that as their like entire personality for like the rest of their life. To where it's like, no, it is boys versus the girls.
I just picture like a 45-year-old dude getting called into HR because he slimed his female coworker. Tom, like, come on, man. It was funny the first time. We all had some nostalgia for Guts, but come on.
Yeah.
Which the boys versus girls thing, and we're talking about the factory work, like notice how gendered all this factory conversation talk is going. There's like a tweet going around of a dude who's like, I'd rather have tariffs than this, and it's just like women celebrating like a W in their office. Dang.
Yeah. Which is like the stupidest thing. Your 50-year-old coworker pulls you aside to warn you about cooties. Dude, like, but like, no shit. Like, they tell like masks are bullshit, but like, definitely watch out for cooties.
Yeah.
Like, and liberal brain right. Like, okay, gotcha. Yeah,
You know, if they don't keep
the
up,
mind
if
virus.
they don't keep up their hygiene, you're gonna get, I don't know, some bullshit. But COVID's not real.
Yeah, COVID's not real, but like, let me tell you about like the fucking cooties the girls will give you. Like, cootie mind virus.
Everyone's cootie pilled.
Yeah.
2025.
Kirsten Tickers. I love this. Yes. How did you ever get Nickelodeon to supply the Switch slide without the warehouse knowing?
You had to synthesize some of this, didn't you?
I got a contact in Nickelodeon. Ivermectin cures cooties. You know it, man. Just like take it all. Cootie maxing? Kirsten, you can't do that. You can't do that, Kirsten. You can't cootie max.
Well, if we all circle, dot. Now you'll have your cootie shot.
What if the girls-
What's up, Doozy? Thank you for joining us. We're ragging on our national healthcare system while playing Mega Man X, talking a bit about Isaac Asimov and Philip K. Dick.
Yeah. We can't be cootie maxing right now. Have you gotten your circle, dot? Because we're talking the real shit the mainstream media doesn't want you.
Yeah, this one neat trick will inoculate you from cooties. Nice.
Love this. Ooh, booster? Absolutely.
Love
We
to
need the
hear
booster
it.
of it. That's good. It's good that you're looking out for yourself. We love that.
We'll give you further instructions in the 5G frequency. You know what to do.
Tune into your 5G. You'll know.
Until then, maintain radio silence. I think these squares know.
Oh, man. The world is so dumb right now in the funniest ways possible. Cootie frequency.
Cool. That's all the heart tanks. I have maxed my health out.
Got that fat heart. That aorta be huge.
It do. I took 5 monsters to get it that small. It's gonna burst.
Jesus Christ, that's a health problem.
Yeah. Yeah, let's rag on them so it doesn't count as product placement. It's just a joke.
Yeah.
'Cause no free sponsors.
No free sponsors anywhere. Well, only one, but like we won't talk about it now.
Although, shout out to WizWorld Live, you should definitely be checking in on WizWorld's channel.
Yeah, WizWorld's got some great stuff. It's been a real fun time from what I've seen.
Shout out to everyone here in the chat. I hope everybody's having a great Thursday.
We had 12 people hanging out on a Thursday night. Appreciate it. Talking about cooties.
I'm making the most... Oh shit, a finance demon? Nice.
Finance demon? I am so intrigued by that. We'll definitely be tuning in.
I'm surprised too. I haven't heard much from our bigwigs, but I think it's because we're doing so good. So let's keep that up.
Yeah, we like that.
Is Barney around by chance?
You know, I can grab her real quick. I'll be right back, chat. I mean, I'll take you with me because I have my headphones on, or my microphone on me.
Yeah, welcome to Jacob's Away Voice. Let's see. Oh, if you guys like 3D graphics and Jacob's missing the 3D graphics, look at this sword hologram you have to
Damn
fight.
it!
You have to hit it at the hilt too. It parries you at the tip. See? So 1994 was such an optimistic time. Some were calling it the end of history. I rag on Fukuyawa, but I believe he's also come clean and admitted to that being not true. Ad for Miracle Grow. Yeah, what kind of ads are you folks getting? What's associated? Or is it more generalized, I wonder? Apologies for the frequency. I'll adjust that for next stream. It is the first time we turned it on. Oh no, I got scanned. I don't want to be scanned.
Yeah. We got a tiny dog.
Oh, she's back. Because I got scanned, this boy here is going to steal my experiences and upgrade. Yeah, Doom Room was real good on Sunday. Barney, you get to watch me blow up this robot.
Yeah. She likes it.
We brought up the animism earlier, but I find it interesting, both the Matrix movies and this, and alluding to, you know, animals being something more closer to the divine than the human. That's also something in Philip K. Dick's work. I mean, do androids dream of electric sheep? The whole aspect of that novel is a character buying a artificial animal for his spouse, and the way it ends with the frog and such, very ethereal and much more interested in spirituality and religion and kind of the ghost within the machine more so than Blade Runner, which I think, I don't know, I like the changes Blade Runner makes to the story. I don't think the story as it's written would be very good as a movie, and I think Blade Runner is very good as a movie, although it's kind of fallen out of my favor as far as like classics go. It's not like a top 10 anymore, I'd say.
Yeah, I don't really revisit it.
I got
very
kind
often.
of bored with it after a while. I saw it in a theater, like a film print at a Plaza Classic Film Festival in El Paso, Texas, which is a shout out to the El Paso film community for doing that. They have one of the biggest theaters in the state.
Really?
One of the biggest screens, yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
it's huge. Honestly, I think it's bigger than the Paramount.
Oh shit.
Although I think the Paramount has more seats. I'm not sure size-wise, but the screen's huge.
That's
But
awesome.
yeah, that's also where I saw like Vertigo and Lawrence of Arabia and such.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, also, Paramount Summer Film Fest is opening up this week or next week?
Yeah.
Next week.
If you're in
Very
Austin,
fun.
Texas, catch
Yeah.
some classic movies with us.
Absolutely worth it. Chet censoring Dick and Philip K. Dick. Thank you. Thank you, Woke Overlook.
No, Philip K. Dick wrote that with Ryan Gosling in mind.
Yeah. It's true, we did.
All right, we've eliminated all the boss baddies, cleared that map. Philip K. Richard. Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
Oh, Witched. And yeah, Serge, we got a dog. We bring Barney out every once in a while. She's usually pretty good.
All right, we've collected all the armor, all the heart tanks, all the sub tanks. Again, I don't think I'm going for the Shoryuken unless something really motivates or inspires me. I'm not. That can be a 3-hour sinkhole. Oh no, the X-Hunters attacked the base and they took all of Zero's parts. I didn't do the optional fights, so they now have all of Zero's parts. And they're going to rebuild Zero at their base. Uh-oh. They're in the North Pole. We're going to the Mountains of Madness.
How is this possible? They're building one.
Well, I gotta go save my friend that they're rebuilding. I'm gonna save just in case. I don't know. I don't really suspect anything's gonna happen, but you know, just in case. Oh! Secret Arctic base. Now that is a playset right there. That is a Mad Max playset. Look at that. That
What?
friggin' robot villain base. And the boss is question mark? If I was 13, I'd be so intrigued. I mean, I'm intrigued now.
Right?
All right, we're gonna take a quick break, stretch your legs, take a walk, rehydrate, smoke them if you got them. We'll be right back to this in just a moment. We're gonna clear out these final boss. We're gonna clear out the final boss area when we get back. But for now, chill, y'all. It is break time.
See y'all soon.
All right. Let's mute that console for a moment as we welcome you all back to Technopoverty. I'm Henry.
I'm Jacob.
If you're just joining us, we've returned from intermission and we're playing Mega Man X2. We've cleared all the bad bosses and we're now entering the end game rundown. We gotta go through these X-Hunter stages. The X-Hunters have stolen Zero's parts. They're rebuilding our friend. We don't know for what ends or why. But we gotta go up to the north and save them.
Yeah. Chat, what was the last dream you could remember, electric sheep or otherwise?
Ooh,
That's
I'm
a
gonna
good
ponder
question.
that for a moment. But before
Yeah.
we derail too far on talk of dreams, and this might work with it, this is Ghost in the Shell. This is Ghost in the Shell 2, Innocence, Mamoru Oshii. Check him out.
Didn't know
Great
there was a
director.
second one.
There's a lot of Ghost in the Shell stuff. There's spin-offs. There's a manga which is extremely totally different in tone. I was withholding that because the idea of like the Ghost in the Machine and stuff, the hauntology, we talked about that with X1. It's been the whole point of the Maxima run in the Ghosts and Goblins Indulgence, and here we are back at X2, talking about machines, talking about hauntology, talking about the way culture persists in ways that aren't just biological reproduction, and yeah, I wonder we Ghost in the Shell into that now because that movie is extremely about that. Transcending the meat. Maybe metal is the future.
Hell yeah.
I'll ramble a bit more about that as we play, but for now, let's get back to video games.
Yeah, I always think, when I think of Ghost in the Shell, I definitely think of my older cousin Ben being at his place and like watching MTV when I shouldn't have been.
like circa 1994 when this game came out.
Yeah.
All right.
It's great. Older cousins rule.
There may be a ghost in this shell.
It's possible. The shell is hollow.
It is interesting the way that final story, the Evitable Encounter, posits that humans have effectively made an eggshell, a robotic shell around their whole body, which they will no longer war because the robots are managing the scarcity and giving them like artificial busy work. And what does that mean? There are humans in the machine shell, and I don't know, is it an egg? Does it turn into an angel's egg? Another Mamoru Oshii classic, which you should check out, which is in the fantasy vein. Okay, enough tangents and rambles. I'm going to think about the last dream I remember because it's very ambiguous. I don't really think I have one that sticks. I do dream. They are vivid.
Yeah, do you?
I have pretty vivid or visceral reactions to dreams where I feel like I'm very much dwelling in a place, but like a lot of it fades very fast.
Interesting.
Real quick though, this level has extremely good music. Let's just savor it a bit when we start here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we should start Dream Drop.
I've given it thought before, Sergio. Hey, Serge. Mr. Serge, the Dream Journaler, like, I should. Especially because, like, I do find value in journaling and writing, both because of, like, stuff we've talked about on the stream before, where just writing the thing makes you understand how you're trying to articulate things better, but also, like, I log video games on Backlog, I log movies on Letterboxd, I keep a pretty hefty Goodreads journal. Which, to those of you who checked out the social links, I apologize for the Goodreads in particular. I started playing Asimov and just the amount of intertext and the books coming up and the fact that we're still pretty much in like our pilot phase figuring out the formula, I was just like, oh, I'm name dropping too much stuff and interrelating too much, but also this kind of rocks.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking like one book per game, but honestly, the way I went with Maximo was one author per night, and they were kind of like the theme author of the stream in the same way Asimov's Tonight's kind of theme. Which, even though Mega Man X violates the laws of robotics and is a Terminator thing in the way that Asimov didn't want to make, I think it remains worth playing and examining because it mulls over the ideas of like, well, what if the ghosts just keep coming back? How do you, if the machine can just be like, you break the machine, but then you can just rebuild it as these dudes are trying to do to zero, like, you can't solve that conflict through physical violence. Like, what does that mean? Where is the solution if not there? And that may be a bit of a huge read on what hooks this serial leaves open, but X as a protagonist is always left wondering, why must the violence persist? He's a bit more emo and maudlin than Mega Man, because he chooses to be.
Yeah.
And it's like, why do I have empathy? Why do I feel feelings? Whoa.
My God. 3256, I think you brought this up last time you played Mega Man, but what do you think about the ship of Theseus in the context of Asimov's laws?
Yes, I was asked that last time. The thing is, I don't think that really works within the context of Asimov's universe, because like, as I said, Asimov's less interested in like the actual mechanics of like what a robot is than like, let's say we have this device, it follows these logical precepts, what kind of consequences arise from that? In Asimov's fiction, a robot's clearly defined as like it has a positronic brain. That's the big kind of buzzword he invented for science fiction, positronic brain for his robots. It's a supercomputer. It's practically magic. And again, he's using the device more to explore the humanities and the sociology of the implementation of technology, not just like STEM Lord, how do I engineer a robot? So I don't really think there's like an applicable ship of Theseus thing when it comes to robots in Asimov, since like as long as you don't have a positronic brain, you're human.
I was like, what about Bicentennial Man? The opposite.
That is true, and I believe Bicentennial Man is based on an Asimov short story I have not read, so maybe I should check that out.
I've only ever seen the Robin Williams movie, and I vaguely remember it, but it was intriguing. I didn't realize that was Asimov as well.
Yep.
Let's say you replace human brain cell by cell until it has that brain.
I just don't think that would work. I think the human would die.
Yeah. I don't think you can. I think it's.
I do wonder if there's like a fidelity at which you can like copy a meat brain into like, I don't know, a hologram crystal memory storage device. But I think that's just, again, you're in the realm of pure fantasy and speculative fiction by that point, and I don't know, I think it's kind of a fruitless exercise.
I think Jesus made it special.
Bicentennial Man is tangentially a Zelda too.
A Zelda?
Because Robin Williams liked Zelda so much, he named his daughter Zelda.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I beat the first big burly Shadow Man. I wonder what the other two are up to.
Which shadowy figure do we find down this hole?
this water-filled hole, this
fucking
wet
sewer.
We were talking about righteous gemstones earlier. Judy Gemstone is a treasure.
Dude,
She's one of the greatest characters in fiction. Just her dialect, her turns of phrase, her sense of just like
demeanor, entitlement.
She's such a bully, but like in such a weird, restrained way, but also just extremely cruel.
She's wonderful. Stupid minds.
Lots of spikes, lots of platforms,
Yep.
bouncing music.
Look at that boy dance. I like how you look like you're doing like the cha-cha to like stay on the wall.
Yeah.
Just like shaking your ass.
See, I always found the X games easier than the NES Mega Man games, particularly because you had so much more like mobility tools and kind of offensive material.
I can do that.
Like in Mega Man, you have a slide to like move forward faster, but it's very impractical as far as you can't really blast while doing it.
That reminded me of...
Walked right into those spikes.
Didn't like that. You see, the new Doom game doesn't really have like a jump mechanic, so it's going
Is
back
that
to like...
the old-fashioned one?
Yeah.
I saw a pre-order box for it, and I read the back ad copy, and it said, engage in the next chapter of the cinematic Doom franchise, and I was like, none of these words are Doom. Like, no, I'm not playing this. This is not, I don't like it, like, where's, what? I have not played Doom Eternal yet.
Oh, I love Doom Eternal.
Perhaps for the same reason, because I just know it cranks into like that aspect of what 2016 was doing.
Man, I had so much fun with Doom Eternal.
But I also hear it's like a character action game, and I love character action. And I mean, I've seen you play bits of it, and I was like, oh yeah, this looks cool.
Yeah, it's definitely engaging. I was gonna say I also played it because I found out that if you play it in the PSVR 2, you can watch it. You can play it in 120 frames.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, well, let me try that out, and real fun, real pretty. But the new one just looks real bad, but just like, it was very funny that you bring up that exact ad copy that was just like sounding very like nothing I've ever heard associated with Doom. But speaking of going back to like older mechanics and things that just have like less mobility than the like predecessors, like well, yeah.
And again, Doom's the oh crap. Okay, I did that right.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. The new Doom is Vampire Survivors coded, and no, I will not elaborate on that. Everyone is talking about Vampire Survivors.
It had like the Castlevania pack, right?
I guess
is that what?
I don't know. Every time I see them, like, it doesn't look that great.
No, Serge, I need you to elaborate though. You can't just say that in chat.
Like, yeah, because I'm like, the other game that was like that was Dave the Diver, where everyone was talking about this game. Like, it seems really pointless and very small and dumb. And then I start playing, I'm like, oh, it's great. I really am having a great time and just a convert. And I feel like that'll happen with Vampire Survivors as well. I just have so many games. Like the TV shows, I have too many games I also need to play.
Yeah, the techno-poverty mindset. Again, you have all the consoles, you don't have health insurance.
Literally, it's great. We got the treats, folks.
Folks, they got the treat. We're not for long though.
Yeah. The treats are going to be a little more expensive, so you'll have less treats. He was like 4 Discord cycles talking about Vampire Survivors. Well, I'm glad I missed most of that. Like, I already deal with dumb bullshit on the internet anyway, so I don't need any more dumb bullshit with video games. In the best way possible, of course. That's the crazy thing too, is just like there's so many games happening right now, like
Everything's on sale.
dude, I find everything is on sale.
Everything's on sale. It's a fire sale at the sale store.
Yep. We're not lowering prices, but there are sales.
Oh yeah, King of Mystery saying, yo, it's not Dr. Wily. There's speculation in the fandom that the dude I'm fighting right here is Dr. Wily, the villain of the original Mega Man franchise. I don't know if I believe that. Although, there's some stuff said near the end that maybe.
Oh, yeah, like potential hints towards these fucking little eggs, these rainbow eggs. Little Easter bunny, man. Man, Easter's coming up soon too. Let's forget that.
It's the 20th. We're watching Freddy Got Fingered.
Wait.
We're watching Freddy Got Fingered on the Discord. We're watching Flesh and Blood on the Discord.
Ooh, yeah.
We're thinking Cemetery Man sometime soon.
Dude, Cemetery Man is very fun. Every movie you've explained sounds great. But yeah. Yeah, it's not like they just like to design the same sketchy-looking old man. Yeah, that's true.
They do it a lot. Mega Man Legends also has Gramps, who looks like Dr. Wily, and a dude named Wily, who looks like Dr. Wily.
But they know that because it's always an old white man who is the villain.
Yeah.
Like, what if they've always known that? They've been telling us that since we were children. Destroy. Yes. Yes. Take that.
Do I have? Man. No, I don't really have any health. Okay.
It's me, Mega Man. Do love this guy's like hair though. Smack that bitch.
I did not farm sub-tanks, so I'm doing kind of awful here.
Gotta hit the old man with the blades. That's right. Show that old man.
Chat, did lore exist in 16-bit games? Lore existed before games were. Lore is why man exists. Why do you think they did those cave paintings?
We love
That's
those.
Lore. They're like, yo, big creature over there. Big kitty, kill.
Like big kitty? No.
Big kitty, kill. Like, I have to draw it, you don't understand?
Like, you don't fucking, this is normal.
You don't
kitty?
fucking get the size of this animal, and it'll claw you. Oh, fuck.
What I love too is like, there was, in New Jersey, in like, what was it, the 1800s, they caught that like gigantic manta ray, and just like the American man's will to be like, look at this giant beautiful creature, let's kill it so we can just look at it. Like, it wasn't doing anything. It's like, no
I've
one's gonna
conquered
fucking believe
nature.
me.
Yeah. Like, dude, what?
It's like, ooh, question. If you do believe in Bigfoot, should we capture one and or kill one? Like, justify killing so that way you can
we
prove
study
that
it,
it's
but we
real?
let it be. Like,
Kill Bigfoot. Maybe.
no.
Maybe. Maybe.
I'm trying to fight this old man, and why am I having to defend Bigfoot at the same time? That's not fair.
Because you know what? The world, life isn't fair. And there's a lot of battles happening in the world at once.
Oof.
Werner Herzog did that cave painting 3D doc. That sounds really cool.
Yeah, Cave of Dreams, I think it's called. Okay.
That sounds
How many lives do I have left? I either lock in and do it this time, or I die and go do what I need to do. Okay, it's not too bad. I thought I was gonna have too many lives from just being so pro gamer boy.
Pro gamer boy.
But I'm right where I need to be.
Okay.
I can give this one more earnest shot, and if I don't, oh well.
Get this fucking dirty old man. Man. Pro gamer boy, 3/4 of the canvas denim. Nice. Blasting through life until you encounter an old decrepit man in a higher position of power to you. Mega Man X2 is just like real life. It absolutely is. It's the American experience.
Yeah, this is just like doing your taxes.
Yeah. This is me
This is doing your taxes.
This is me this weekend. You owe this much money. No, I don't. Check it out. Attack. Stupid old man.
Found the sweet spot.
Nice, yeah.
Oh no.
I know he's figuring it out.
Oh no. Nice.
Hell yeah. This is impossible.
The prophecy must be fulfilled.
Nice.
Got him. I'm still gonna go farm. I need to do some farming.
Go farm it.
Even the robots must farm.
Gotta go plow the fields with Jacob.
Love that little Sentai flicker.
Yeah, that's great. Save that, Jacob. I keep forgetting that you're playing this on the PS5.
Yeah, you need a lot of horsepower.
Yeah.
I thought my laptop could handle it, but no. I need a stronger machine.
you had to pull out the
Had
big
to pull
guns.
out, had to pull out the big guns, yeah. The big dogs. Arf, arf.
Woo.
Yeah, I also wanted to do a run where we got some sound data off of this PS5 controller.
Oh yeah, that too.
It seems a lot quieter than the Xbox controller I'm using for Ghosts and Goblins.
Yeah, we're gonna have a we'll make it happen.
Jacob, we have to ADR the Ghosts and Goblins run. The entire fucking thing, because I do not like the clickety noises. We're gonna fucking wipe the audio.
Fuck that.
I'm not even gonna hit the transcript button. We just have to remember what we said.
Just watch and go off of it.
Yeah, it just kind of vibes it.
Just listen to the audio and repeat everything that's being said. And I'll sync it up later.
Yeah.
You don't even have to worry about lip syncing. I'll sync up later. Oh god, editing hell.
All right. For some reason, you can just do this here with the moth power. The moth was in a junkyard. He collects junk. For some reason, his power brings me junk. Junk all around. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. I'm already full. I'm going to exit the level.
Man, we gotta find a way to stream some video of you playing on the CRT sometime too.
All right, chat. We continue on our assaults through the X-Hunter base. And I'm approaching a crucial decision. Crucial decision point. Gotta have your platforming puzzles.
Yeah. Triceratops, no!
No, I don't need any of that.
Noise.
Whoops.
Whoopsie daisies.
Oh, whoops.
God damn it! It's like Austin Powers trying to park that car.
Yeah.
He's just trying to get out the tunnel.
Oh, I think, yeah. They actually do not make them like they used to.
It's true. Because it would take too long.
Okay.
And newer things.
You know what? We're gonna try something. I said I wasn't, but I can't resist the call of the wild.
My God, man.
Oof. Time check?
9:28.
9:28, okay.
All right. You heard it here first, folks. 3 hours later. Voice.
All right, I need to release earlier.
My God, he's gonna do it.
I'm not gonna say anymore. I have a limit. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. Nice. It's like I got my drink. Chat, what about some crazy dreams you remember? Anyone else have some ones that they remember? I don't really remember a lot of my dreams, unfortunately.
About those rooms? No, he has nightmares about them.
Just PTSD, waking up in cold sweats about the rooms. Man, the soundtrack rips every single time. Ooh, nice. Nice. Ooh. X wants to befriend the Spice and grow close to them. They certainly like him.
I don't remember all the prerequisites, but let's see.
All right.
I don't remember if I need the full. Nope, there it is. Okay, damn, got it.
Oh, nice.
Time check?
9:30. 2 minutes.
Fuck. Okay, cool.
Done from 2 hours.
that can take you forever if you're not in the vibe of it.
Yeah. No, you're feeling it. You're feeling it.
Okay.
Chat, the vibes are on.
Shoryuken.
Now, what is it you just acquired, Henry?
The Shoryuken. This is the Street Fighter move that Ken is known for.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Ryu can do it too, but Ken's got the fiery one.
Nice.
So you just do the zig motion.
King of Mystery, yeah. That's why I was baffled you said it would take an extra 2 hours.
I remember it taking a very long time. Must have been very just off game last time.
Yeah. We all have those
It's
days.
so much easier to do this on the joystick. All right.
Real gamers
Thank you
don't
for
have
technology.
those days.
So I get to run like a company or something now, right? Like I showed some real cool fucking big cool guy skills.
Yeah, you own America now. You get to have my social security information.
Follow all my trading advice is the best, or what was it? That was Bankman-Fried, right? He was going into video games and telling you about crypto.
Yeah, we're gonna start our own church sometime soon for Technopoverty. Everyone, keep looking out for that. It'll be great. We'll be all of our own.
Jacob, what are you talking about? This is church.
That is true.
This is our steeple.
Welcome. There are cathedrals with those with eyes to see.
Yeah.
And truly.
Come see the TV glow.
Ah, man, what a great movie. Chat, anyone else see I Saw the TV Glow? Anyone? Or The Substance? I love that one too. I really need to. God, I love that movie. It's great. These little mosquito boys.
All right. So, like the Hadouken from the first game, which, yes, the Hadouken and the Shoryuken are in the Mega Man X games. Street Fighter and Mega Man happen in the same world. There's a lot of Easter eggs in Street Fighter 6 that kind of links everything into a coherent universe. Dr. Light's on the money, if I remember correctly. So, I find that cool. I find it interesting. Again, very Marvel-esque, the Japanese answer.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice.
The boss is very annoying otherwise. Nerd.
That was so great. I actually give up. Oh my chin. I mean, I would probably be the same way if someone just came up and just like uppercut me. But yeah, I don't want to do anything.
Buddy, take it. So I defeated the 3 shadow guys, but where's Zero?
God damn it, Zero.
Where's my friend? I killed all the bad guys, right? Huh. I guess there's a 4th mysterious hunter. Let's see.
But who?
Ah, yes. Another classic Mega Man-ism is you refight the bosses. This is also, a Capcom-ism, a Devil May Cry-ism.
Kind of like it though.
Oh, I love it. Especially because, in both this and Devil May Cry, you're coming at them with your full arsenal into the game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So you get to, trick out the skills you've learned,
Right, and you feel so much more, earned,
Yeah.
the defeat, whatever.
Oh, I know things.
This fucking nerd.
The ostrich. Alright. I'm not gonna get too caught in trying to Shoryuken everything, especially because this guy's pretty easy with the Buster. And pretty fun to race.
Creole. Get him. It's a fucking ostrich. I'll tell you what though, I've always wanted to have an omelet made from an ostrich egg.
Why?
Because they're huge?
Do people actually do that? I forget. Is that is that a forbidden thing?
No, I think it is.
Is that like a forbidden?
Like you're not supposed to do it kind of thing?
I don't know. What are the social mores on food? Is this a legal boundary or is it more of an ethical thing?
Let's see.
But if I killed all the X-Hunters, who's behind all this stuff? Is it Zero? Is it Zero himself? Is my friend evil? Oh no. Oh, it's gonna go so fast.
Jesus Christ.
What are you learning about the forbidden delicacy of ostrich egg?
Dude, ostrich eggs are fucking huge.
How heavy are they?
One, they're edible and can be used in cooking just like chicken eggs. They're known for their large size and rich, buttery flavor. An ostrich egg is about 24 times the size of a chicken egg, so it's equal to 18 to 24 chicken eggs.
I'm an American. Is that like a basketball? Is that like a football?
It's like, man, it's probably like
Is that
two
a bowling
softballs.
ball? Is that a softball? How many inches is that metric, buddy?
Interesting. Ostrich eggs are richer in magnesium and iron.
A yummy treat. Wheel. Okay, cool.
Dang, dude, just a giant. Where do I buy ostrich eggs?
Yeah, for some reason I was like, that sounds forbidden.
Right?
Maybe I'm just a poor.
I mean, entirely possible.
I don't have the refined sociopathy of a true American psycho.
Yeah. Exoticmeatmarkets.com. Sure.
Oh, that chart shot's not very good for this. But getting him in a corner it is. Nice.
What? Camel sausage? Where have I stumbled on this internet?
What's the protein content on camel sausage? Actually, I don't think I've ever had like venison or like, not venison, or like deer.
Really?
Is that venison? What's...
Yeah. I was like, I've had...
The gamier meats I'm not experienced with.
They're pretty good. I
don't
really
like
enjoyed
duck.
Moose burgers. I also don't like duck.
I think I had a moose or a buffalo burger once and it was pretty good.
Buffalo burger is also really good. I think it's buffalo that also doesn't need to go through the USDA because of like it just like it doesn't attract bacteria in the same way.
What?
I forget.
What is that?
Oh.
Chat, tell me about the secret meats.
Yeah.
Tell me about the forbidden meats, chat. He's blue because he's angry. I do prefer the X1 boss music because it has a sweet like guitar lick just in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it does have a fun noodle.
harmony. Oh, I'm not even going for the health, I should be.
Oh, crazy, yeah. Bison are not subject to mandatory USDA meat inspection. Unlike cattle and other livestock, this is because bison are considered an exotic or non-amenable species under the Federal Meat Inspection Act. Ooh. Well, there you go.
It's still like legal to devour, it's just not.
Yeah, like they don't check it. They're like, yeah, man. Good luck.
Okay.
I was like, I was intrigued. Everybody who used to work in a slaughterhouse and he was telling me about that. I'm like, that feels really weird.
Yeah, I was like, are we Joe Roganing it right now? Like, are we?
No, and it's.
Am I platforming RFK? Like, Only you can stop quack doctors
drink your
who are in
silver.
positions of very real power that you have no way to petition against.
Drink your ivermectin.
Your blue dyed ivermectin, yeah.
Get your cootie shot.
Circle, circle, dot, dot. Oh man,
This fucking guy.
this centipede.
Fucking losers, more like it.
Now he's a deadipede. All right. I have been tracking the refights. How many have I gone through?
I think 3 or 4.
I haven't fought Wheel Gator because I'd be complaining about it being Wheel Gator. So hopefully we can keep dodging Wheel Gator, and then when he's last, we'll just be like,
Let's fucking finally own up to it and deal with
finally Wheel Gator, finally. Can I keep dodging Wheel Gator? Let's see. I've been doing pretty good at it so far. Now I don't want to. No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to blow it. I cursed it, didn't I?
it. You may
Didn't
have,
I?
we'll see.
No. Okay, not yet.
Snail boy?
Yeah. His weakness is the centipede's mine, but I kind of like fighting with the Buster more.
Love this guy's mustache.
Yeah.
Let's see this.
That was interesting.
Man, I do like this music though. Yeah. Show that boy.
He's being feisty.
Kind of a bitch, not gonna lie.
All right, so we're still avoiding Wheel Gator. That's the problem with Wheel Gator, though. He's down there, swimming. You don't know when he's gonna pop up.
Every single time, I'm like, God damn it, Wheel Gator.
We got, what, 2 left? 2 left. One of these is Wheel Gator. Do I take the left path or the right path? I'm gonna think my health up. And let's just hope this isn't Wheel Gator. Nice. It's not Wheel Gator.
Nice.
We have successfully beguiled Wheel Gator. As if he were some sort of Looney Tune.
You like that? No, no. This little dork.
Speaking of Bigfoot, here's the Mothman.
Man. I really wanted to. Have you ever been to West Virginia?
Nope.
Man.
Driven through Tennessee, but that's the closest I've been to Appalachia.
Yeah, same. No, I was driving back from New Hampshire one time and I was considering taking a detour so I could go see the Mothman statue. And I kicked myself that I didn't because it would have added like 2 hours onto an already very long drive, but would have been great.
All right. Well, we know who we gotta fight now. So let's do it.
Spank that boy.
The definitive worst boy.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I thought I switched my power.
You know what? I changed it. I don't think it's bloody spaghetti. It's poo.
See, this one is darker, but I think it's still blood. It's blood. It is blood. Why would it be oil?
I think because it's a machine.
Like, I guess he does need to stay, like, young and lubricated, and, like, I guess blood would rust him faster. Damn it, am I starting to find a logical argument for it being oil?
Don't you hate when that happens?
No, I'm a blood truther.
Yeah, it's blood. Fluid physics, bro. It's oil for sure.
refuse. Oh.
Serge, we're contrarian, so no, it's not. No, it's definitely blood.
I refuse.
You've solidified it in my mind.
There's a war for your mind.
Lamestream media won't tell you the truth.
Big Oil wants you to believe it's in the room. But they just don't want you to know it's vampires running everything.
That's right, Technopoverty tells you the truth. Don't you forget it.
The truth is, this is all a constructed mess of metaphors from conflicting interests as far as profit versus art, etc., etc.
True.
But we're guided by ghosts. Some are phantoms screaming and demanding us to give them cash. Others are just cool dudes saying, hey man, at one point in time this was felt. You're not crazy for feeling it now. Mm-hmm. You're not
You're
alone
not the only
in
one.
this. Yeah.
It is crazy how much that really does make things feel so much better when you are not the only person dealing with such an issue.
Yeah. Again, reading the King in Yellow and just be like, oh, there were shit posters before the internet.
Right? Like, there's always, I mean, we've all got something to say about somebody else, don't get me wrong.
Everybody's
I love
a little gossip. It's fine.
We love tea. That's why it's called tea, because everyone has it. Like, you know, like, it's popular. It's okay.
I believe I talked about this on the Discord, but I think it's Blonde Philosophy on YouTube has a great video on like bimboism and Nietzsche, talking about this very thing. What we see is like petty or minor or feminine because of like patriarchal construction.
I can totally see that, and that's also like the thing is too. It's just like men being. It's like how men aren't emotional. It's like I don't know, man. It feels like a lot of dudes doing a lot of things because of emotions. Like anger is an emotion.
Yeah, gators keep me loving that blood. Sigma!
Sigma! A Sigma male.
A Sigma male has appeared. But I blew you up in the first game, man. So yeah, by keeping the question alive of like the idea of Sigma, the virus is Sigma, the software beyond the hardware, like metal's the future, meat is the past, but what's beyond metal? Cyberspace, like hologram crystals? Yeah, what keeps the X series interesting and not just bad Asimov ripoff stuff is it does stick to the question and kind of prolong the whole like, well, again, where does the line of violence stop if robots are just slaughtering each other and reviving each other and coming back and forth without end? How do you exit Samsara?
Yeah. You can't. I really like the explanation of like White Lotus talking like with death. That was a really fun explanation of like what life, the experience of life and death being like waves crashing on the ocean and you are a droplet that is like flung out of the wave. Like being young is like the rise up as you're flying up into the air. Then you hit middle age, you slowly slope, and then as you get older, you go down and then you just fall back into the sea. You become a part of the thing that you always were.
Just like Death Stranding.
Yeah. It's like, I love it. Like, I don't know what happens after this.
I was gonna farm sub-tanks, but oh well. Hey, it's our boy, Mr. Baldman, Johnny Sins himself, the Sigma male. Where's his lightsaber this time? Oh no, Zero's your friend now? That's not cool.
No, Zero.
I didn't let him die, he sacrificed himself. Well, here we go. You gotta fight your Proto Man, you gotta fight your Racer X, you gotta fight your Zero. This does add an extra boss to the end of the game. We are at the end here, but I really love this fight, and also the music for it is so sweet. So let's get to it.
Oh no, I gotta fight the guy on the box now. You can do it. Damn. Dude, that dude moves fast. Well, there's a little gravity lift up the rocks around him. That's pretty tight.
Yeah.
That's like a really cool move. Some Professor X shit happening. Ooh. Lightning bolt. Destroy this man. Yes. Ah.
Got him.
Ooh, nice.
Zero, do you remember me?
Do you?
Yeah, I guess so. So no, you just gotta beat your friend's ass, I guess.
You gotta beat the shit out of your boys sometimes, I suppose. You know, like if you ever get in a fight with somebody and then immediately become friends after the fight?
Oh, he's gonna stop the main computer. Go stop the main computer. I don't have your. Ha ha ha! You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. I guess I will be a piece of shit.
Sigma lies just ahead. At the end of all things, Mr. Andrew Tate himself.
Oh.
So he had a lightsaber in the first game. I find it funny that in this game he has Wolverine claws.
No shit, really?
Yeah, check it, watch. Minor spoilers. Merely a bothersome insect.
Oh, my necks.
Who's gonna crush me beneath his heel, eh? Yep,
Yeah, I bet.
Wolverine boy.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
Then we fly around like a Nancy boy. Nice.
I was like, do I risk it? Nah. Let's try this one more time. Actually, do I have to fight Zero again? I don't remember. I don't remember how this plays out. What's my health status? Because it did send me all the way back. Also worth noting is the music right now is the opening stage music, not the Centipede's music, which is the level we're replaying. Which, interesting enough, also is the area the dudes in the opening cutscene were hanging out at. Looks like I do have to fight Zero again. All right. Okay, noted.
Kind of dumb, but sure.
Yeah, I won't be hesitant about my sub-tanks next time on Sigma. Will I fight my friend better or worse? All right.
Yeah.
Speed read.
Doing it.
He's smoking. Yeah, I'll wait before I sub-tank more, but I do gotta keep sub-tanking in mind. So dumb.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Take that, your stupid Wolverine claws.
He was like, Jedi no good, Marvel Comics my bag. But
Yep.
now Marvel Comics ain't his bag. What will he turn to next? What fad will he hop on next?
Ooh, that's a good question. Where will he find his strength, or try to? Oh no, a hologram!
Yeah, look at these radical 3D graphics.
It's pretty tight. Ooh, nice. Get it. Kill this Blue Man Group looking motherfucker.
Give me more health.
He looks like Prometheus from Prometheus and Bob.
You're right, he does.
Like, that's like the exact head shape and stuff.
He's got that 90s skull.
He really does.
Ooh, this gonna be close.
Show this little motherfucker. Nice. Show this broke son of a bitch. God.
Crap.
Ooh. Nice. Ooh.
Nice.
Very nice. Keep it going. Keep it going. Murder this son of a bitch. Murder Prometheus.
The engineer.
Yeah. Like, can you Hadouken him?
I need full health.
That's fair.
Ooh, I'm doing bad.
Ooh, we got some purple. Nice. Good.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Good. Good. Oh, this goddamn hologram man is so annoying.
Yeah, he's transcended physical form, and now he's just like the lawnmower man, you know?
Man, I fucking love Lawnmower Man. But he absolutely has. But I don't think he had any part, like, there was no monkey testing involved to get him where he is today, you know?
No, just human genocide.
Yeah, exactly. And it shows, which is like the embarrassing thing.
All right, okay, cool.
There we go. It's like, what are you doing, buddy? Listen here,
Damn
lady.
it, okay.
That son of a bitch. Oh. Nice try, Chuckle Fuck. Come on, man.
Got him.
Nice.
And that's game.
10:05. Nice.
We've exorcised the ghost from the machine, hopefully.
Oh, thank God. Ghost, get out of that shell.
Yep,
It's true. Just beat up the head. Gotta huck to it and spit on that thing.
Oh no, what? Say it ain't so. Each defeat only makes you stronger.
Oh no.
How do I cope with an idea like that? Dang, speaking of ideas, ICE has some copy going around of like some do you see the banner where it's like they stop illegal people, illegal objects, and illegal ideas from crossing the border?
What?
As always, abolish ICE.
Dude, abolish ICE. Fuck everything.
I beat video
Fuck
games.
borders.
I'm apparently a super smart man for doing so. This was not a children's product made to be beaten or interacted with. No, this is a hard testament to being a difficult big brain boy.
Yep.
And having passed this test, I say you have to listen to me. Let's abolish ICE.
Yeah. Logic stands.
You know, if the machine's going to keep rebuilding itself or keep getting possessed by bad software like Sigma, maybe you need to dismantle the machine.
Yeah, maybe we don't need this machine. Maybe this machine does not serve.
We've been
us.
talking a lot about hauntology, and part of the reason it's called hauntology is because, again, it's not biological. It's within our architecture, it's been the arrangement of our cities, the way we're interdependent on cars and office life, and just a lot goes on with hauntology that's not the biological. So maybe be more mindful of how these systems are making these things seem automated and essential when they're just kind of crazy. And I mean,
Yeah.
hey man, the stock market's been bouncing around back and forth. We're on some real fake feelings hours.
Yeah, man. Rich people really need to feel special right now.
Check in on your money, see if it is feeling fine, as
Yeah.
we stand here victorious at the sea with our best friend. X wonders if the fighting will truly end.
Do you think they kiss after this?
Yes.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Zero's got that ponytail. Like, they knew what they were doing back then.
That is true. That 90s male ponytail. Melt ice.
The price of peace is often high, X thinks to himself.
Truly.
Who or what must be sacrificed for it to become a reality? Well, I think ICE, for one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably a lot of our military spending. Certain countries, we need to stop giving aid. What does X want? What is he fighting for? And will he be able to do it when the time comes?
I don't know, but I think we need more fighting.
To be solved. The future holds the answers, or ... mystery. Gotta say, not as maudlin a banger of a tune as the title crawl ending to the first game.
Oh yeah,
With
for
the
sure.
sad piano theme.
Definitely less exciting, but still
But there's the bike.
in the same level too. Same background.
All right, while these credits are going, let's just pull up the main cam.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, y'all? We just beat Mega Man X2. Thanks for chilling tonight with us. We've been talking a bit about Isaac Asimov, Philip K. Dick, Hauntology, Mamoru Oshii, and Ghost in the Shell. And just, blasting bots. Hope your Thursday's going well. As always, I'm Henry.
And I'm Jacob, and you
we
can catch
are...
us.
Oh, what?
Oh, you can catch us every Monday and Thursday on Twitch, 7:30 Central.
Yeah, we also re-upload everything to YouTube. It's a bit slower. You don't get to be live with us, of course, but definitely check us out on both channels. We're looking to bump everything.
Yeah.
We're screening movies on our Discord as well that are usually tied into the game of the week. For instance, this Friday, we're going to be watching Paul Verhoeven's 1985 classic, Flesh and Blood.
Can't wait.
A huge influence on Berserk, from what I understand. I am blind watching this movie. The next game we're going to be playing, though, is Sword of the Berserk Guts Rage for the Sega Dreamcast. There was a fan translation that retranslated the game not too long ago that we're going to be checking out, and as we do that, we're going to be talking a lot about Kentaro Miura and Berserk as a work in general. There's probably more books that come along for that one, but yeah, just giving you a heads up, we're leaving the Capcom ghetto. We're gonna play some non-Capcom games. We're gonna get back into fantasy for a bit longer. We have two pieces of ancient lore I really want to dive in. One I'm going to play, another I'm going to subject Jacob to, and we're going to see how that goes out. And then
I'm excited to and stressed. We'll see.
yeah, we got some plans. So thank you for hanging.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, guys. This has been Technopoverty.
Flesh and also blood, yes.
Yeah, both of them.
And you, as Mega Man X, power, ? Speed, ?
I love subjection.
Thank you for playing.
Yeah, Capcom, you got it.
And so a bright chapter after the end of X1, where X has lost all his friends. Hey, we got Zero back, and he has a cool sword, and we have speed bikes, and he has orb areolas now. This is the game that introduced that.
Oh,
yeah, you see
yeah.
that? He may have had that in the first game, but the shoulder pads are definitely new.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm liking those areolas though. Bold choice. Got bat nipples. That was like the thing of the 90s too. Just like costumes with nipples on it. I don't know why we needed that, but we did. You know?
Thank you, Joel Schumacher. Thank you so much. All right, y'all have a good night and take care. This has been Technopoverty.
Night, y'all. Stay hydrated. Go drink some water.
Always stay hydrated.
Always drink some water.